What's up? What's up? What's up? Kyndra Crump is here on another episode. This is a 25 episode 25 of Kendra's Corner, where my podcast is dedicated to just my random questions. And so I bring a hilarious crew on every week to so y'all can hear from their perspective and everything else like that. But before we start, I do want to share a couple things with y'all. I'm really just trying to figure out, how is it that a person can sell drugs and they're broke? Like, why are you out here just breaking the law for no reason? Okay, that like makes no sense. Makes no sense. And I know you guys have come across folks who just loves lying. Like, and they'll start saying unnecessary stuff in their lives. It's like, bro, what are you even talking about? Like, if you really want to know somebody's a liar or not, just like keep listening. Like, bro, what are you talking about? But anyway, let me go ahead without further ado. Please bring my first guest to the stage, man. He hasn't been on in a couple weeks, but we're so glad that he's back. You know, the man, the myth, the legend, Kivity Lance.
All right. So, as you know, every time I get on your show, I kind of answer your micro polar questions that you asked at the beginning of your show. So, I
Yeah.
would like to tell you why broke people sell drugs. And I don't promote selling drugs. I've never sold drugs in my life. I don't believe in that culture, but I'm just telling you why. Because obviously they sell drugs so they won't be broke. That's the first thing. You
Okay.
know, second of all, some of these men are prisoners. They can't get jobs, so the only thing they can do is sell drugs. But I don't promote that at all. Okay, what's the other thing you asked me? I did want to know
I
something
was
else.
just saying about the unnecessary, like, a person just like lying for no reason when they just start throwing out unnecessary info. It's like, what are
So,
you talking about? Like, what?
well, like I said, I'm not defending liars. I'm not defending them, but let's be honest, Kendra, we all lie. Okay, we all
I don't
lie.
try to lie no more,
Lying
man.
is just a part of life. Okay, that's just something we all do, and
I
it
don't have
also
time
makes
to
us
do
look
that.
good.
I don't have
Come
time to
on,
do that.
we
Let me go ahead, man, without further ado. Let me get my last person to the stage, man. I don't know what you heard about me. Come on, every time he walks, this is just his theme song. That or Superfly.
I'm super bad. What's going on,
Hey,
everybody? What's happening?
hey,
What's
man.
happening?
How was y'all's day? Because I can't wait to share this story with y'all. How was y'all's day, man? Go ahead, pimp. Tell us how was your
Everything
day.
good. Everything good my way. We just preparing for this little weather thing, but it
Oh,
is what it is. It's been cool.
are you
Everything been all right.
excited?
Am I excited?
Yeah, about this weather change and everything.
Yeah. Well, I'm talking about the bad weather for the next 24, 48 hours. But yeah, I'm ready for the season to get started. It's my year. When the sun come out, I start getting down. So it's
Oh,
my time,
sun's
baby.
out. Sun's out. You come out with the flex muscles, don't you?
Yeah, right. Got to.
Okay,
Got
and then you
to.
have these you
Gotta
have
get
these
it
women on
in.
you like
No,
kitty
I ain't
cats
gonna
when
say
you
that.
be finding
Hey,
this
I ain't gonna say that. Now. I ain't gonna say that, but you know how that shit go both ways. You know what I mean? We already talked about that. Women choosing men these days. We ain't picking on women. You know what I mean?
Hey, listen, and that kind of that what you just said segues into our first question. But before we get to our first question, Lance, how has your day, your week been? How's it going?
just like Pimp said, I'm preparing for this weather that Atlanta is fixing to have, but Saturday night into Sunday morning, very terrible weather, hail this big, tornadoes just everywhere. It's just that I was going to tell you as well. Please make sure that you get somewhere.
I'm
Either
not going
if you know your
nowhere.
neighbor personally, like say it again.
I'm not going nowhere.
What? No,
I
no, no.
said I'm
I'm
not going.
saying because your apartment.
Yeah,
Do you live on the second floor or the first floor of your apartment?
second floor.
Okay, so I'm just saying, just in case of tornado, do you have any neighbors that live on the first floor
I
that
do,
you're
but I
cool
don't
with?
know them personally.
Okay, well, just in case of tornado, I'm not speaking this into existence. They say get as low as you can. because when you're in tornado, the tornado will pick the thing on top first. It will pick up the thing on top first. So you know what I'm saying. They say they get to the lowest part of your house or whatever. So I'm just that's some tips from me. If you're ever in a tornado, get low because tornadoes suck things up. They pick things up. So
Yeah.
they'll pick up your roof first, go levels at a time. All right. But I
And
know
this is
God
and this
got you. I
wait
know you
on, let
can
me
take
say this. This is why before I have another guest, before I bring out my next guest, because it's gonna be like a 2-on-2 game, okay? 2 women versus 2 men. I got backup. And actually, let me go ahead and bring my backup right. Oh, don't you be shaking your head, man. Don't be shaking your head because you got on last time. Don't try that. Okay, come on now. Don't look. I got the back. I got the good hand now. All right,
Already.
don't try it because she's
I
spitting
ain't
facts.
saying that. I ain't saying a word. I'm good. I'm good.
What's up? What's going on? Hey, everybody.
What's
How
up,
y'all
90?
How you
What's up,
doing?
doing,
90
How
day
y'all
Tiffany?
foot? What's
doing?
up, 90 day
I'm
foot
your
treatment?
What you call me?
90 day foot treatment.
I
Any,
guess whatever that one
anyway,
means.
well, let me say this. This is why I was gonna say something about tornado. Oh, this is why it's important. If you guys don't now, please get insurance for your where you live, your residency. Because if you always gotta have insurance, man. Y'all know this we've all learned the hard way. Ooh, I wish I would have had some insurance and everything. Um Before I do want to, like I said, tell you guys what happened today. Miss Rashana, go ahead. Tell us how was your week. Anything interesting happened? Your hair looks great. You're definitely camera
Thank you,
ready.
thank you, thank you. Oh, nothing. Just been a busy week. Like I say, always the night shift, and I got to switch to day shift this weekend. So it's just
Your
been a
your
long,
sleep
busy week.
pattern's gonna be all types of messed up.
It's gonna be
Like,
all messed. It's gonna be all messed up. Like working at that hospital, you never know when you called in and what shift you might have to work. Even though you're a night person, you still might
yeah,
have to go in days or evenings. So
That's why I
gotcha.
respect y'all. I really do. I respect y'all
thank
people that
you,
work in the
thank
hospital.
you, thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah,
If
it's a
you
lot.
weren't so you work at a hospital, if you weren't working like at a hospital, what else would you be doing, like career wise?
Hmm. I don't know. I mean, I really don't, because I done did the hospital, like I said, 29 years, getting ready to be 30 in November. Been, the medical field. So if anything else I could
You
possibly
don't
do.
even look 29 or 30.
I was gonna say, I thought
Oh,
you
thank you.
were 22.
Okay, thank
Because
you.
I'm
Thank you.
29. I'm finna be 30. So technically you
Oh,
you started when I was born. So wow.
okay. Oh, okay. No, I'm
Wow.
gonna be 49. I'm gonna be 49 next month, matter of fact.
That's amazing.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. But
We got our
I don't.
oldest guest, 59 years old. 59. Damn, you look good. What's up?
You know what? You know what?
I'm
For
not
for a
we're not
man,
gonna even entertain we're not gonna entertain that.
you know what? You know what, Rashawn?
What?
Hold on, no. It's always bald head men who always got an attitude. Okay, always got a point.
Always got an attitude.
It's not my fault. Your hair is gone, bro. It's not my fault. Your hair is
I
gone.
said she look good for 59. What I'm supposed to say?
Well, she's 49. Don't put no 10 years on her. Don't you
Oh,
do
No,
that?
49. My bad. My bad. My bad.
clearly.
I
Well,
thought
let
it
me
was,
speak
I thought
clearly.
it was 59.
49.
Got you. Got you. Okay. Okay. Yeah. You working
I
it.
mean,
You
age is
working it
just a
for
number.
the.
Black don't crack, so it don't really matter, honestly.
Is exactly. Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all,
But yeah, huh?
yeah.
I'm just fucking with you. You
No,
working with it.
listen,
You
listen.
working
I
with
come
it.
with jokes.
Thank you.
Listen. That's one thing on my podcast. We can all roast each other equally, as long as you ain't got, sensitive skin, man.
No, no.
Um, Well, let me tell y'all quickly before we go ahead and get into this first random polling question tonight. Let me tell you guys quickly what happened. I was leaving the food bank, and so I had to stop by the like a nicer type of um gas station to use the restroom. I walk in the restroom, and there is a Hispanic man at the sink washing his hands. And I'm like, and mind you, I'm going off that Snoop Dogg, and I'm like, am I high or am I seeing something? So he saw me, and this man, oh, no, sorry, and then he ran out. Like he didn't even turn the water off. Like he just ran out, and so this other girl walked in 30 seconds later, and I told her what happened. She's like, I didn't see no man. I said, are we in a simulation right now or something? Like, what the heck is going on? But the fact that this man had
wait. The only question I have for you is that is this an actual unisex bathroom where there's a door, or this is
no,
a public
it's
bathroom?
in women. He went to the wrong one.
He was in the
Okay.
women's bathroom.
Okay.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
I know the gas stations don't have them big bathrooms like Walmart do. So, but keep going. I'm sorry.
No, that was it. Let me ask y'all: have y'all ever walked into the opposite sex's bathroom? Where when you walked in there, you saw the opposite sex in there?
Nah, but I go in the opposite sex to use it all the time. If the men bathroom jammed up, I'm knocking and going. I gotta go. I ain't got time for all that. Running that bitch, run right on back out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so were these stalls? Like, did it have stalls in there, or these
They
were
had
the?
stalls. They had like
Okay,
stalls
so
with doors.
this wasn't a bathroom that you had to lock or whatever, right? Like,
Oh no,
it
no,
was
no! I
actual
lock.
open.
You can lock it. You can definitely lock it.
Okay, because
This
I was gonna say,
bathroom.
well, I mean, you
Look,
obviously
stop.
walked in with somebody without knocking, but I understand though.
Yeah. So yeah, he he's like, oh my gosh, he just and I was like, bro, what the heck? Oh god. Okay. Well, let me go ahead. I'm gonna start off with Miss Rashawn. So Pimp had segue to the first question, which is basically as a society, we're not supposed, or more so the second question, I guess. But as a society, we're not supposed to settle with just anything or anyone. But you also realize the older you get, the things you want will become slim, thus causing you to settle, or else you'll be alone. Now I'm gonna repeat that again because here comes the question. As a society, we're not supposed to settle with just anything or anyone. But you also realize the older that you get, the things you want will become slim, thus causing you to settle, or else you'll be alone. How do you, Miss Rashana, decipher not settling because you know that if you don't, then you'll be alone forever?
Okay, with that being, I'm just not gonna settle for anything like I'm or anyone. Um, let's make that clear. But I'd rather be alone than to just have somebody to say that's my man or that's my husband. Um, I rather be with someone that I could say that's my provider, that's my protective, that's my king. Number one, that's my king that God brought to me. Um, but far as what society think, I really don't care. But far as my peace and my happiness, I would be more of I wouldn't just settle for anything or anybody. I'm just not, and I just rather stay single.
Let me ask you this question. When did you make that decision? Like, what was a final strike for you where you say, you know what, F this, I'm not selling no more. If he doesn't come with this, I don't want it.
Well, actually, right now I'm in that spot now. Like I said, I'm at that point, and I'm going to be, like I said, 49, and it's still, like I say, it's men out here still playing all these games, and I just rather stay single, and till, like I said, until my husband come find me. I'm not gonna go find him. He gonna have to come find me, and I'm peaceful. Trust me, I'm peaceful.
Well, amen. Pam, go ahead, answer. Your turn. Your turn.
Um, the settling part, I definitely agree. When you were younger, you may have settled for some stuff just because you want to have that little thing on your side, or what people might think about you, and that as a couple thing or whatnot. But the older you get, the less that type of shit should matter to you. And definitely myself, the older I get, the more I realize my peace is within myself, and that's not up for negotiation. So when it comes down to saying I'm gonna settle for something, I don't think it's about settling for something to say I got somebody, but maybe you would settle more or less for the comfort of companionship in your older days, maybe. And it's kind of like the lesser of two evils. You know what I mean? You might want to just not want to be by yourself at the end of the day, when you're growing older. But at the same time, you might be just fine, growing old and don't nobody find you for a couple of weeks when you die. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. I mean, but myself personally, I don't want to be by myself. I don't think I want to live my life lonely or alone all my days. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely still won't settle for just anything. You got to bring a lot to the table. If I settle for anything, it's gonna be because you got all the pluses and all, not the minuses. You know what I'm saying?
I got a question, and then I'm gonna bounce it, give it to Lance.
Tell me
Was
about
there a time in your life before you actually started having girlfriends that life was more peaceful for you? Do you feel like there was ever a time before you were really interested in women?
I ain't gonna say it was before I was interested in them. I can say in between times, I've gained my peace by myself and got my contentness by myself and was able to function just fine without, having anybody around, conversation, physically, sexually, anything. And that was the longest time I ever went. But at the same time, I learned a lot during that time. But it's definitely it wasn't, when I was young or before I started dating people that I did that. It was in between, relationships and marriages and stuff like that. That I say marriage because I've only been married one time, but that I realized that you just ain't gotta have somebody with you to reach that level of peace, to reach that level of happiness either. You know what I'm saying? And Rashana said it best, when God sends somebody to you, it'll be a lot better than just grabbing something. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Does that
That's
answer your
right.
question?
Yeah, that answers. No, that definitely answers. That definitely answers.
Okay,
I appreciate it. Lance,
for sure.
go ahead. End this out.
Okay, so okay, the question itself is kind of distorted in my eyes because let's be honest. Let's just be 100% honest. Everybody on this call right now, plus everybody that you ever will ask this question to, will damn near have the same answer. Everybody will say, I will be happy alone. I just won't date nobody. I mean, so that's why I'm saying when you said, how do you decipher? When you said then you'll be alone forever, that part is kind of useless because everybody will say they're okay being alone, technically. So if I would have worded that question, I would have say, how do you decipher not settling? Oh no, how about this? Um, how do you decipher if it's settling for less, or better yet, accepting reality for what it is? Okay, if you're gonna date a man, accept men for who they are, or if you could date women, accept women for who you are. If you don't want to accept that, just don't be with nobody. But if you do want a wife or a man, this is what you're gonna get. That's what, because like everybody gotta have the same thing. So this is what my version of that, if I could clear that up.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah, because the problem that I have in my young generation, our young generation, Kyndra, people that's in their 20s and early 30s, already, let's just be honest. Let's be 100% honest. We have unrealistic standards for who we want in our life. For instance, I'll give you the male and the female equivalent. You notice the most women want a six pack, a 6 inch, making six figures, 6 feet. On it, he
But
has a
six
body
inches
count of
ain't
200.
that big enough. You need to have more than 6 inches.
Okay,
I'm
a
sorry.
6 mile,
No.
6 mile. Okay, want 6 miles. You know, have a body count of at least 200. Have experience with every woman in the world who knows exactly every body part, every microscopic cell of the vagina, that knows how to touch everything at the right time. They want this romantic man from the hood. They want this man that's so rare, and he's only going to look at you and want to have sex with you for the rest of their life. Like, how rare is a man like that? Like, how rare? And they're expecting every man to be like that. Vice versa
Not
with
Well,
me.
women and men need to realize that when they find a person and make them feel
Mhm.
like what you're talking about, that's the one that you do say, I'll settle for, or I will accept this and accept that, because everybody you meet ain't supposed to make you feel like that, fam. You know
True.
what I'm saying?
True.
Say
True.
when you get with one that make you, feel exactly what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? And then they may not have everything that you're saying for 66666, but when they make you feel like you saying you want to feel, then that 666 shit ain't necessary. You see what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So
Because
like these
if you
standard
give me what
three,
I'm looking for, then I ain't gonna talk about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So if these, it's just like if I tell you the male equivalent to that, like a lot of men want this natural BBL, they want a freaky virgin, they want a submissive celebrity. It's like, okay, if these standards are actually real, there's only one person in every state like that. And that means only one person in every state is going to get married. And that's impossible. And the only thing I'm trying to say, according to this question, is that my whole thing to sum up of this, okay, either if you want a mate, you're going to have to accept reality, or just don't marry nobody or don't be with nobody at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, just like me and the post stuff, I've been to Kyndra all the time, and I know Kendra's probably aggravated by me saying this all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because me in a personal
Real
level,
love
I
doesn't
am
exist.
so perfectly comfortable alone. Say it again.
Okay. I said real love doesn't exist. That's one of your things that you say.
I mean, it doesn't in my eyes, in my opinion, it doesn't. But that's for a whole nother video because that takes a long time to explain. But just like me on a personal level, I
Does.
love being
It
alone.
does.
I'm a nomad.
It
I
does.
travel the world.
You got.
Say it
I'm
again.
sorry, man, but
Go
I
ahead.
don't mean to break out. Real love do exist, but when it exists, it resists unconditionally.
Thank you. That's what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm gonna
You see,
explain like in another video.
when people say it don't exist because they give you an excuse why it shouldn't or why it's not.
Exactly.
You understand? But if
Mhm.
it does, it's unconditional. There is no reason why. There is no such thing as I can't, I won't, it shouldn't, we can't, it won't. I don't think this, that, and the other. If you really love me, we'll make it work.
And this is the
Plain as
thing.
hell.
Like when people say, what I'm saying, I love this man because of this, or I love this woman because of this. That's not unconditional. You love them because of something
For
they got,
certain
or
reason.
because of something. That's not a real
I
love.
love
So
it. I
somebody
love
that
it
keeps
just because she who she is, fam.
say it again,
I love her just because of who she is.
who she is.
Whatever she
You're
got
not supposed to
on, that's what I
explain it.
love. Whatever she brings to the table, that's what I love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not supposed to
It is
explain it. Yeah,
what
that's what
it
I'm
is.
saying.
But can I
Yeah.
say
Okay.
something? Okay, can
Go
I say
ahead.
Go
something?
ahead.
Like me and Pimp, like we're like older.
Mhm.
I think a lot of issues in the younger generation, this just my personal opinion. A lot of issues now in the younger generation, for as my kids and you guys, um, it's these bodies out, these BB. Some men can't control themselves, just like some women can't control themselves. They see a man with a built body, is ooh, or these men see
Mhm.
these booties and they got this beautiful woman at home that, I ain't gonna say they don't have it, but have she's natural. But you see this BBL or BBW, whatever they're called, walk past them, they mind. I don't understand. Like they go to another world. So it's gonna always be hard for the younger
It's
generation as of
lust
now.
because
Yeah,
of lust.
exactly. Exactly. And like
Disgusting.
Pimp said on the last one about the mouse. These younger generations looking older than me. Just to be honest, they're looking older than me. And that's sad. And so it's gonna be always hard for I feel like a man to, I mean, because the women is the one with half their bodies out. I mean,
You're
breasts
breaking up.
out. I mean, huh? I mean,
And most of them ain't like that naturally. When you take them home, they shit come loose and come out. You know what I'm saying? They sucking in and putting shit on to look this way and that way or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But when you get them behind closed doors, that shit fall out. It's a difference. You know what I mean?
Kendra,
I think
um I, I want you to make another video describing this, because this is gonna be a whole nother video that I have a lot to say
that's
about too.
fine.
And I
That's
want to
fine.
save time,
We can
so
do that next. We can do
yeah,
that next time.
make this another video. I mean, bring up this topic with another poll question, because I have a lot to say about this. I have a lot to say about this.
Okay. I'll configure something. What's and I can do that, for next time or so.
The dopamine
Real quick
detox
before I give
lust
my
thing.
my viewpoints, I think just for this question, and we'll go to question two. Miss Rashawn, I think, when it comes, there are a lot of women who I've noticed who are like in their early 20s who look like they're in their 50s. And I think it's those drugs. They need to stay off the drugs, the food that they eat, all the beef that they like, I got all these ops. So like, bro, beefing with folks, like, how's that going that ages you, so whatever. Let me go ahead and get with my answer. My thing is, when it comes to settling, everybody in life, right? We all have deal breakers. Everybody should. Doesn't matter how much you love someone, you should have a deal breaker. Like, so again, if I said, like I said, I was said, oh, I want a guy who literally has everything, close to what Lance described. He got to make at least 6 figures, X, Y, and Z, right? But then I had to learn, you know what, Kyndra, is that what you want or is that what you need? You need to have what God has for you, what you need, and just be content with that. He's not going to send you something where you feel like your values are compromised. So for me, I just am like, okay, the one thing, I don't want to be with a person who smokes cigarettes. I don't want to be with someone who just like is when it comes spiritually, you ain't got to be like no pastor, but can we talk about God together? And where's your relationship at with him? Are you like one of those folks who just like to sit here and be like, oh, God, only God can judge me, but you're not trying to actually change? You still want to be a loser? Like that's not a flex. Like, you should want to change. Yes, the God says, come as you are, but not to stay like that, right? Like, why are you still stealing and you're 48? Like, why are you still lying or be catching you're caught up in unnecessary drama? You still can't control your anger, bro. Like, that's not a flex, right? What else? Someone who is physically abusive. I don't play about abuse. And if you are cheating, like, and it's like, how did we get here? That's about it with that. Let me go to I'm gonna go with Lance for question 2. So Lance, the Bible speaks on letting a man find that woman instead of the woman finding that man. What's so wrong with women shooting their shot? Basically, men could, easily miss the social cues. They could suffer from social anxiety. So do you basically, the question is, do you feel that more women need to shoot their shot?
Okay, so this is going to be a very controversial topic. Okay. And that's why I had to kind of write some things down so I can make sure I worded it. So I hope all y'all can hear me, because I know my signal been going out. So please tell me if you can't hear me. So I need y'all to listen to this clear, because I need y'all to know the mind of a young Black man, okay, in this country. So first of all right, one of the reasons why I strongly believe that women should approach men these days, not originally, we're not back in the Bible, I'm just saying these days, since that's the thing you're talking about, the opponent question, because these days it seems like women are more scared of men than men are women. And hear me out now. One thing, as a young Black man, I don't like to say this, I hate to say this, but y'all are some cool people. And Kyndra Crump, thank you for giving me a platform to vent. I'm terrified of women. Now, I know a lot of people who call me a pussy, or yeah, you ain't insecure. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you can do whatever you want. But let me tell you something. I've had some experiences in my life. Let me tell you something. I never put my hands on a woman. I've never sexually objectified objectified a woman. The thing just went out. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Okay, you never objectified a woman, and what else?
Yeah. I'm just scared of being falsely accused of rape, or being falsely accused of being called a creep. Okay, hear me out. This one time I was working at Family Dollar, and this, nice young woman came up to me, flirting with me, asked for my number. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, okay, cool. So I was the manager at Family Dollar, and you know what I'm saying? She's flirting with me now. She went outside, and okay. I had to literally check if the ice was locked, because people still ice. The ice thing was locked. And literally, I just checked if it was locked or whatever. just glanced at it. And then her mother almost came out the car fixing to attack me because she thought I was checking her daughter out. And I was like, I didn't even look at your daughter. And it's like, damn, I don't think you understand how much that made me afraid of women. And after hearing that, in Canada, there's this law that they passed where if a man just glances at a woman and she feels just uncomfortable, he can actually go to jail. So it's like, it is such a dangerous world out there for a man simply approaching a woman, especially as a Black man who has goals that don't want to destroy my life. You know what I'm saying? So with all that being said, women, it has been some studies said that women are unattracted to 80% of men and men are attracted to 80% of women. So therefore, if I approach a woman, there's an 80% chance that I will be, seen as a creep. So like if I say, if you go onto an airplane and a flight attendant said, this airplane has an 80% chance of crashing, would you get on it? No. So that's what I'm saying. So if a woman approaches a man, there's an 80% chance that this man will say yes, and this man will like you back. But if a man approaches a woman, there's only a 20% chance that this woman will do something positive of something negative happen. Now, let me just hurry up and get this over with because I know I'm talking a lot. I'm trying not to make this video too long. It's just that this is something that the majority of the world does not want to listen to because the majority of the world will say, oh, you're just an insecure man. You're just insecure. You just hate women. You just need to go out there and shoot your shot. Do what's the worst that can happen? False rape, being called a creep. That's just a personal thing about me. So that's why I don't see nothing wrong with a woman approaching a man because we can't scream rape on y'all. Who would believe us? Nobody's gonna believe us. Oh, this woman looked at me. I feel uncomfortable. You're just a pussy nigga. That was a lot of people could say. But that's my thing of that.
Lance, let me before I go ahead and I'm gonna pass it to Pimp. Let me say I didn't mean to because I heard you say not like the full-on story, but you said when you like I'm afraid of women, and I had laughed. It just I don't want you to think I was laughing at you.
No, go ahead. I wish somebody would.
That because I was okay, but then like the other stuff that you were saying was serious, and I will say I understand as a man, you all really, have the bad end of the stick. It seems like most times. So there are women out here who will sexually assault a man, and a lot of these men have grown up, they've been molested, but they're told that it's okay, and it's not okay. It is not okay. Like, we need to start holding these women accountable. It is crazy how so many women will sit here and lie on a man. Like I say, look at people like Emmett Till. It's so many. And it's a good thing, like I said, you guys were not born during like the earlier part of the 1900s. It would have been rough for y'all, real rough. Especially like I say, Pimp. I know he with his skin complexion and typically darker brothers are targeted more. It's always some type of whatever. So, Pimps, go ahead. You go ahead and you can give your few minutes of viewpoints, and then I'm gonna hit it with Rashana.
Okay. I'm gonna go pretty fast. A few quick points. I had to write them down myself. But the thing about it's funny. I was talking about the raping thing, men and women raping off the study right quick. And the thing was, how do a man let a woman rape him? A man can't get raped by a woman, was what they said. And I was like, yeah, your mama can rape a man, you know what I'm saying? And I'm like, worst case scenario, she got a blicky on you. She got to put, you got to sit down, fam, and she got to tie you up, and she finna get you off, my nigga. You gonna stand up, and you know what I'm saying? And she get on you, and it is what it is. I mean, she gonna rape you, my nigga, one way or another. You gonna get out, And it was funny that y'all said that. That's the only thing I said about that. But anyway, the market for the women and men is different. For as women hollering at men and men hollering at women, these days the market for a woman is slim to none. Most everybody in jail dead, selling drugs, don't have a job, can't get a job because of the past, this, that, and the other. So out of the 10 or 15, 20% of niggas that they can holler at or would holler at, they ain't gonna bump into them. They still bumping into the hood cats and shit. You know what I'm saying? They kind of positioning themselves to not run into those type of people. I ain't saying that those type of people aren't good folk, because you can get with anybody and anything can happen, and you can also change anybody's life, you know, by being a part of it. But for the main part, women don't have the field of choice that a man that they used to have for a man that a man has. You know, a man got a way bigger field of women to choose from. You know, uh, it's okay, I feel, for a woman to holler at a man to a certain degree, and when I say that, she can holler at him silently. If you're a real man and you're a real woman, you want him to approach you. You'll give out signs. You'll give out signals to let that man know it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's in hood rats or the best woman that you'll get. When you walk in the store, you see somebody out, make eye contact, she'll immediately give you a signal, fam. You, I don't know, you ain't. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can holler at me, fam. Or nah, my nigga, don't come over here with that. You know what I'm saying? And if you that type of woman, you want that man to approach you, then if he didn't catch that, then go a little extra way. Excuse me, sir, you hand me that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you can get his attention that kind of way. You ain't necessarily gotta say, damn, you so fine and blah 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 blah. You ain't got necessarily to do that. You just gotta make yourself known to see, you know, what's available, and if he wanna pick you or whatnot. You know what I mean? So, you know, I absolutely think it's okay for a woman to holler at a man. I ain't really tripping out there. You know, these days, I feel God is a just God. So he understands a lot of things. With time, you know, time changes a lot of things, but his word remains the same. So, you know, at the end of the
Well,
day, if the man do what he's supposed to do towards, you know, like she said, protecting and providing and leading and so on and so forth, and he get the woman, at the end of the day, it's still done in God's way. You know, the main thing is just have him a part of it, no matter what.
okay. Let me go. Last but not least, Miss
Right.
Rashana, then I'll get my points and we will be out of here for tonight.
Well, my thing is about that, like I said, like he said, I mean, I'm not a man, so I can't say, but my relationships, I've always been like introduced, you know, by somebody, like I want you to meet him, or you know, that's how, like, you know, my relationships was. Before, as a man, you know, like as a man, like, you know, like Pim said, it's always something about that eye contact. You'll know if a man interested in you, and you, that man should know if a woman interested in him, because it's something about the eye contact to me. Um, but if you know, just like, but if a man approaches me, you know, and I'm just not gonna be like, oh, he weird. I just be like, you know, oh, that's sweet, but nah, you know, I'm good. You know, I'm just not, you know, gonna be like rude, or you know, but I'm older too, so that, I mean, I'm not gonna say, oh, he a rapist, or I think he, I'm just gonna be like, you know, he seen a pretty woman, and went with his shot. But with that being said, I don't know how the younger generation is rolling. I have boys. I don't. They really don't talk to me about that. But far as, I mean, a woman shouldn't say you weird, or because you approach her or give her a, you know, it it's just women weird. Then if that's the case, I mean, because if a man don't holler at me or try to holler at me, I'm think something wrong with me. Why ain't nobody try to holler at me, or you know, ain't no man looked at me? What, you know, what's going on? But I can't speak for the younger generations, but I can just say from my experience in being in relationships or meeting somebody, it's always been through somebody to say, I think this person good for you, or let me introduce you to this person. But as far as, like I say, I have made eye contact with guys where I caught the vibe, and I just like smile and keep going or whatever. But like now, y'all got social media. We didn't have social media back in my days. We didn't have all this. You try to get to find that person who they was as fast as you could. You know, don't let them get away. You better throw the number on a piece of paper, pen and paper. Back then, now you just got social media and cell phones now. So
Well, that's
And
it.
this is exactly what I
That's
was
it.
talking. This is why I tell Kendra all the time. This is why men prefer social media because anything can happen in person. You could come off as a creep, you could come off as X, Y, and Z. This is why I use social media sometimes when I was into relationships. I was like, okay, you know what, I'm not going to risk my reputation as a young black man out there in the wild, looking like something. Like, even in the airport, I mean, they already profile me as looking Arab. They always got to look at me twice. So it's like, you know what, let me use something that they can see all my pictures, all of my life. I can go, they can't scream rape on me because I got proof, I got messages. This is all online. It is a safe place for us men, just in case, because I know a lot of women want to know, why don't y'all go out in the world and meet women? This is why. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And one more thing, I just want to say for all my ladies in this chat, when I say I'm terrified of women, I don't mean that I hate women or I'm a misogynist. I don't want y'all to see me as that. It's just that I'm just afraid to approach women in a, like I said, flirtatious way because of the society that we live in. I don't want to come off as, no, oh, this nigga have a problem with women. This nigga, I don't want y'all to think that.
That's respect. Well, let me go ahead and give my answer. I have no problem at all going up to a man and tell him, hey, you know what? I know you probably get told this, but you're very handsome. And hopefully my connection doesn't start being a little faded or so. Let me know if it gets to a problem. But I'll let a guy know. I have in the past told a guy that he was attractive. I had a whole pickup line and everything, but my pickup line actually was real, because me and Lance have had this debate about pickup lines aren't real or whatever, but my pickup line was real. Okay. And so but then again, like, they want me to keep chasing them. I'm like, hold up, I'm not doing that. Like, they want to be like, oh yeah, look at her chasing me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, don't. I do not like that. Right. So, yes, Lance.
Don't you do the same thing with the men in your DMs?
Do what?
Oh, look at this nigga game my DMs. This nigga, man, you just came into my DMs and, man, you shouldn't do this to a woman. You shouldn't do this.
I have not said nothing.
Oh, no. I'm saying these last 2 years. Don't you purposely ask questions to get under their skin? Don't you purposely say things to make them say certain things? So why you gotta do that? I mean, I'm just messing with you, Kyndra. I mean, I asked that because the minute you said I mean, don't they want the same entertainment, the same life on social media?
Yeah, it was just entertainment.
I know. No, they're just doing it for entertainment, Kyndra. They're doing the same thing. They're just doing the same thing. They just want entertainment. Right, they want you to chase them because they want to entertain their crowd too.
The thing about it is, men don't want to be known as the chasers no more.
Go ahead, Pimp.
The men don't want to be known as the chasers anymore. See what I'm saying? Shut up. In today's society, you know what I'm saying, we want to be felt as wanted and needed as the female does. You know what I'm saying? It's not the same. And I can say that with myself, because when I was in my younger generation, the way I carried myself was by presenting myself to be what a woman wanted. Now I'm presenting myself as a man needs. You see what I'm saying? And that's a difference. You know what I mean? So when it comes down to saying, a woman shooting her shot or a man shooting a shot or whatever the case may be, it's all fine and dandy. But as long as when that attention span gets to where it at, then it don't go to me chasing you or you calling me all the time and texting me all the time and I'm choosing when I'm going to respond or when I'm going to answer and all this and that. No, we're going to make sure we both want each other. We both digging each other. We both contacting each other, texting each other, talking to each other the same kind of way, because at any given point you make me feel like I'm sniffing up behind you and I'm not boo boo. You good? Go on, do what you gonna do if that's what it is. Because I'm feeling like you got a plenty of me and you can't find me anywhere.
So what do y'all? So my thing is, what do y'all call chasing? Okay, that's what I'm curious, because y'all saying chasing. Exactly what are you saying chasing?
exactly what I just said. Once the connection is made, then you fall off and say, well, shit, he showing good interest in me. I know I can pull this nigga at any time, so I ain't just got to answer when he called. I ain't got to call him back
Well,
in
that's
5 or 6 minutes.
childish.
Or I get
That
with
is
him when
right.
I can. You know what I'm saying? No,
That
if you
is
was
childish.
interested in him in the beginning, you should be interested in him, 2 weeks later. And if y'all communicating like that, it shouldn't be a one-way thing.
Okay,
And if
that
you
could be
really
No,
want to
that
fuck
childish.
with somebody, you ain't gonna sit there and have that person like. If I hit you at 6 o'clock in the evening time, you don't hit me back to 10:30, 11, and you ain't doing shit. Like, bitch, I ain't
Okay,
at
well,
work,
that's a
none of
different.
that. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, shit,
Yeah,
who
see,
am I
that's a
to you?
difference.
Who am I to
Yeah,
you? You
because
don't
you got.
really want that out of me.
But you got to say, I mean, because you have to say, because you, yeah, because I hear y'all saying chasing, but you got to realize that chasing is not always chasing, because sometimes it could be that person's schedule. It could be, yeah, this person hitting you
That's
back and forth, then all of
understood.
a
That's
sudden stop
understood. No,
because
no,
they don't
no.
fell
That's
asleep.
understood. That's understood.
Yeah.
That's understood. We talking outside of anything. Two people that don't got no job but live real good. How about that? Two people, one woman, one man. Both of them don't got no job but live real good. If I call you at
They're
10 and you can't
scammers.
give me within the next hour or two or something like that and tell me what's happening, I don't need you to call me in 5 or 6 hours. Bitch, you ain't doing that. What you was doing? I'm not that important to you, then you don't want nothing with me. You just want to bang because we wrapped at the store. It was cool.
Oh, hold
So
on,
you're in one relationship. You just
wait,
want to bang.
wait. Hold up.
Come
When we,
on.
people again, people go through stuff. There are folks who are finding depression. They're like, you. It's not always about you. I'm not. If it's
You.
every day, yes, but
Exactly.
what are we talking? People have stuff going on.
Going
They get
on. Exactly.
busy.
but you can't sit
If
here
you
and be
bring me
like,
in your world and you respect me enough, then I would know what you got going on. Everybody's supposed
Right.
to know your life and your world. But if I'm fucking with you, I'm gonna be away. I can't fuck with you for a minute. Say shit. I'm gonna be out of pocket for a minute. If you try to hit me and I don't answer or don't hit you right back, it'll be after 3. You know what I'm saying? Don't make me believe what I want to believe. Then after 3, 4 o'clock, you hit me up with this came up story, or if it's true story, it don't matter. Show me you interested in it at the end of the day. You know what I'm
But that
saying?
person
Don't do
will
me
show
like
you.
that.
Yeah, because I'm saying,
I
because chasing,
agree.
because because like I said, I'm trying to get the understanding of the chasing, because like I said, chasing it. I mean, I'm not going to far as like, now you text a person or call a person, they'll call you back 3 days later. Now, yeah, that's different. But if a person, like I said, going through something, like she just said, going through something, then sometimes it's gonna take a
We,
minute for that person to reach back out to you, because probably this person don't
we
want to
still
be
got we got
bothered or don't
and in
want to
that
come back
case
to
we
you.
got a 20 and in that case we got a 24-hour rule. I don't care if I've been with you 10 years or 2 days. 24-hour rule. If I'm somebody in your life and you can go 24 hours without fucking with me, keep going.
That part.
Just keep on going. I'm good.
you see, in
Okay.
our generation, our young
Well, let
generation.
me.
Oh, you finna say something?
No,
You finna say
go
something?
ahead, Lance. Go ahead.
Oh no. Well, I just want to say something I
No, I
hate.
said go ahead.
Something I hate on God, on my young generation, that us young generation do. We purposely play hard to get to draw the person to us. And sadly, I was actually taught that I had to do that because and I told Pimp know this, Kyndra know this. I've been a simp for 12 years, and I hate playing hard to get. I hate the fact that people have to tell me, oh, don't text that girl like the first, like wait till like 3 days after you get her number, then text her something dry. Don't look like you're thirsty because women
That's
get turned on.
games.
Yeah, they get turned off by that. I've tried that with 20 women, literally. 10 of them I
And
text back very fast and stuff like that. 10 of them I act hard to get, which I hate it. Because why the fuck do I have to play hard to get, act like I don't like you in order to get you if I
you
really
don't.
like you? Stupid.
You
And
don't.
And
Yeah,
that's what
you
sadly,
don't.
you do. It don't work like
all of
that.
these women that I took forever texting, they was attracted to me, but I didn't end up with them because I had to pretend like I'm something that I'm not. That's why I hate when people use the word chase because they act like if you love someone, if you show that you attracted to somebody, that means
You
you're
showing
chasing
them.
them.
Showing them, because everybody forgetting that love is actions, and that's what a lot of
Stop.
problem stuff. They forgetting what love means. Everybody using that word loosely. That's the
Mm-hmm.
problem now. They're using it
Yep.
loosely,
Yep.
and it shouldn't be. If you love a person, you're gonna show a person. It's
Yeah.
actions.
Exactly. And I want to do that
That's
when
why
I'm being
that's
called
why they
like
come into
a
play,
thirsty
man.
girl.
That's why they come into play. You're
That's why I don't
absolutely
use the
right
word
about that, bro.
chase.
If you like somebody, when you hit them, you leave. Hey, I just left the store. Shit, what you doing, fam? Hey, well, this me. I just left you. I'm just trying to let you know I'm for real. And I ain't playing
Yeah,
with you,
I
man. I'm
like
trying
that.
to look at you, dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta wait no 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. You know what I'm saying? And then fuck with somebody else. Say I'm worried about myself and what me and this chick finna have going on. You know what I'm saying? I ain't worried about none of that. Yeah. You wait on if you want to, somebody else gonna step in.
That part.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's it. Let me say this last point, and then that's it. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this last point, and then we're gonna call it a night and everything. But Lance, I really am with you on that part of you could text a woman that same day. You don't have to do 3 days, a week, 2 months. One time I had a man hit me a year later, and I'm like, "Who are you?" I didn't actually do text me that same day. The men who I want, not you other men who are just pick of the litter, the last pick of the litter. Like
Wait, wait,
nobody
wait, wait,
wants
wait,
you.
wait, wait, one
So,
second. How does a
so
man
yes. But
know
guys,
that?
thank you so much for coming on. Just let them try it out, see what happens.
So I mean, if a man just met you, how do they know that? Because you saying only the men that I like should do it, and the man that I don't like don't do it. How does a man know that he's one of the top 20%, or he should or should not? Like, I mean, if a man knows that you don't like him, do you think that he would not? Fuck it. I'm not. This
I
could be a
mean,
whole
every
nother
woman.
subject.
My answer to that is every woman is different.
But that's what the problem with being a man. We know that, but we can't read your mind.
It's them invisible shockwaves, fam.
You
It
know, I
should be the
guess it's just reality.